Delilah will now read to you what I think is going on in our world. The system is broken. The psycho asylum and slaughterhouse in Washington, D.C. needs a cleaning, disinfection, and sterilization. They only understand one thing. As the endless wars are proven facts the American people are failing to see or even grasp. They treat countries a little different than the people because of the natural resources and larger weapons they possess. Sanctions and starvation are their modus operandi. Followed by assassinations and bombs if you don't toe their line. Wake up! We the people have allowed the mayors, governors, cops, lawyers, judges, Congress, Senate, President, and the legal system to force, lie, poke, prod, change words and wording, and interpretations to suit their agenda/s and create a guilty plea, verdict, or sentence, no matter how innocent you are, to justify their tyrannical powers. The system is broken beyond any solution or repair one can imagine. Like our infrastructure, it must be ripped out and rebuilt from scratch to keep it from fracturing and spreading any further like the virus it is. The controllers of America and the lawmakers in Washington are quite aware of what happened in 1789 France. Nothing has changed in over 200 years. There are still three classes. Number 1. Churches and money. And now corporations and money are added to the list. Number 2. The nobility, Congress and their enforcers, who are exempt from the very same laws they place on the shoulders of the working class. Totally unconstitutional, but we the people condone it, because of our complacency. It's time to end the complacency. Number 3. The working class/slaves. If you were paying attention back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, CEOs, sports players, actors and newscasters were making salaries that were in line with the worker bees. Along came the 70s and inflation started, those salaries became way beyond normal. CEOs making multi-millions, sports players making multi-millions, actors making multi-millions, newscasters making multi-millions, and our representatives in Washington making multi-millions, as of now on a $174,000 annual salary. While complaining they need a raise. All the while talking about raising the age for the elderly and Social Security running out, while raiding the trust funds that were put there by the working class. Make them fall under the same healthcare and Social Security as we the people fall under. Time to end the frivolous spending. And time to make them accountable. They work for you and not the corporations. They create the inflation and spending like a drunken sailor on leave and blame it on the economy. Our tax dollars enable them to keep you a slave. Now there's talk of making the dollar digital. So they will have total control of you. They will be able to control what, when, where, and how you make purchases. Making it impossible to purchase food, firearms, or any item they deem not appropriate. They asked credit card companies years ago to stop allowing purchases of firearms. If you think this is fantasy, I'll give you another example. In 2012 Hurricane Sandy came through the Mid-Atlantic. I went to the ATM to get $100 from my account that had $6,000. A slip of paper came out and said you could not withdraw that amount, see your bank. I tried $60 and the same result. I tried $50. Same result. I tried one more time for $20 and it spit out $20. The next morning I went to my bank and asked for an explanation. I was told, Due to Hurricane Sandy they were limiting withdrawals. That told me they can limit your account or wipe your account out at the press of a button. Just imagine if you only have digital currency. What they are capable of. Fact or fiction, you decide. Your Social Security. They want to raise the full retirement age. But. A growing longevity gap between men and women, in the United States, life expectancy in 2021 was 79.1 years for women and 73.2 years for men. That 5.9-year difference is the largest gap in a quarter century, and they want to raise the retirement age. Do you understand what they are doing? You're expanding Space Force. An expanding budget helps too. While still just a fraction of the country's overall defense budget, the Space Force's $30 billion request for fiscal 2024 represents a 15% increase from this year's enacted levels. This is a team sport and none of us is going to be successful going it alone, Saltzman said. But, Social Security is running out of money. They are spending your tax money on this shit. You had better wake up, America. Or you will lose the game.